Hey, and here we are. It's great to be here, and welcome to episode number 227 of What Does This Button Do? My goodness, it's an educational show about smartphones and technology with us geeks on tour. Okay, if you're here on YouTube, go ahead and hit those buttons, click the bell, give us a thumbs up. We have a quick tip for you, Chris. Right?
Yeah, we always like to start by just diving in, and then we'll get back up and chat a little bit. But today's topic is my favorite features in Google Photos, and then a little bit of a comparison to Amazon Photos. But this has to, if not my very most favorite tip, this one is certainly up there. The map view, how you can view your pictures just because you know where you took them. And Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour and Learn Google Photos. And in this video, I want to show you about the new map feature in Google Photos. Google Photos, and you just tap search and you tap explore map. It first pops up right where you are and shows you your most recent picture, but it's very easy to just scroll around. If I want to see pictures that I took in Key West, I just tap there. Those black dots represent pictures taken on the same day, December 15, 2017. And then if I scroll through here, as soon as I jump to the next day, you'll see another set of black dots. If I say, yep, these are the pictures I want to look at, I can increase the size of the bottom and just scroll around in my pictures, or I can decrease it all the way and just be seeing the map. I especially love that I can pinch the screen and show you the whole country and brag about all the places that I've taken pictures. I have 39,903 pictures. It also is not limited to the North America. I can go to anywhere in the world and show you pictures that I've taken there. For example, in Italy, Venice. And I can show you that we went kayaking in the Grand Canal in Venice. So cool. But these aren't all my pictures, just the ones that have location information attached to them. So what if I go to Alaska and I grew up in Anchorage, Alaska? There are no pictures there. Why not? Because I didn't have a cell phone back then and that stored the geolocation. But I know I have a few photos, old scanned photos, so I'm going to find them and add the location. That can only be done on a computer. So here are the pictures I've found that are in my Google Photos library, and they're from Alaska. This one is of our house in Anchorage. So you click on it, you make sure that the info panel, this little eye here, is open, and notice the where was this taken. You can tap the pencil, and now here's the only problem. You have to have a named location. It can't be a spot on a map, but most places are there. Anchorage, Alaska. Now it is on the map, and you can do that for multiple pictures also. So here is another picture that is right in Anchorage, and this one. You could select several and then tap the three-dot menu and edit location and type Anchorage, Alaska. Now you can get a little more specific if you know the name of a place. So for example, this picture was taken still in Anchorage, but it was actually Lake Hood. So I open it, click where was this taken, and type Lake Hood, Anchorage, and there it is. You have to click on it in the list. Now there's a map associated with it. Okay, let's go back to the phone and see if the map feature has these photos on it now. And yes, that is something to realize. Only the mobile devices have this search and map feature. So I search, I explore map, I pinch the screen, until I can move to Alaska. And I now see a heat map around Anchorage. And here are the pictures, like 4 pictures. And notice as I move on the pictures, the little dot in the map moves. So that is Explore Map feature in the Google Photos app on both iOS and Android.
Okay, great.
And I'll just one more slide on that.
Yeah, okay.
Because the point, that is a cool feature. At least if you take pictures all over the place like we do. If you are a traveler, you will love the map feature. And there simply is no such thing in Amazon Photos. So I would miss that terribly if I switched over to Amazon Photos.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, hi, everyone. I'm Jim, and here together with my wife, Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. And do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? Do you have questions about your iPad or your Android phone or tablet? And how do you learn about these amazing devices?
Well, we are geeks, also known as propeller heads,
We sure are.
who teach. We believe the best way to learn is in bite-sized pieces on a regular basis, which is why we've come up with this YouTube show. We pick a different topic and go into a little bit of depth each time, and all of our content is collected on our website, geeksontour.com.
Okay. So where are we now?
We're home.
Yeah. Look at this background. This is a live webcam from the beach over here. And, I much prefer this one as a background.
We're supposed to be in Guatemala right now. We were on a 3-week trip. And that background that he was showing was the pool at our hotel in San Salvador, El Salvador. But the day we got there,
I was notified that I was positive for COVID-19. That was not a happy. She was negative. We took the test before we left, fully expecting that we would get the results before we got on a plane to go to El Salvador. There were no requirements that we be clean or have a negative test. We did have requirements that we had fully vaccinated and boosted for this tour, this trip that we were doing. But we were not notified until after we had landed in El Salvador and driven to our first place where we were going to stay down on the Pacific.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
Oh, it was beautiful.
So beautiful. But we informed the tour guides and they arranged for our transport to the big city, to San Salvador, because that's where there's hospitals and all that stuff. And that was the next hotel on our tour. So we could stay there for a few days, hopefully test negative and continue on the tour. Nope. So this is what you look like when you have to stay in your hotel room for 9 days.
It was a struggle. However, we did get through it, and no worse for the
And
wear.
if you want to read, it still was an adventure. I'm still glad we went as opposed to not go, I think.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know. We did buy the trip insurance, so we will be going on this trip again sometime like next year. And if you want to read the whole story, I blogged about it in our personal blog. So that's geeksontour.blog, and several posts in there about our experiences in El Salvador.
Okay. There it goes. All right. So I want to say hi to our regular members. Let's see if I can get there. Yeah. Tom Parks and Butch Bible, Davenport, Cold, Louisiana, Appleton, Wisconsin. Ooh, that's chilly.
Wind chill number
thank you.
6.
Debbie's in cold. Well, cool. How about that? Southern California, sunny and refreshing in the Finger Lakes. Lots of rain. Okay. Richard, Fullerton, California. Hey, we're all here. Welcome home. Thanks so much, Bob. Snow expected. And thanks for the intro. And Judy.
Oh, and
how are
Quartzsite
ya?
in your new RV. Congratulations.
Good for you. Yeah. And Sheila,
Hi,
good
Sheila.
to see you. Too much snow for me. Thank you very much.
Any snow is too much snow for me. I said I grew up in Alaska, so I know what I'm talking about when I say I don't like snow.
Right. So, yeah, here we are. You ready?
No storms here.
No, we
did have a tornado warning.
Yeah,
warning, but that's it. And we had a little bit of rain and a little bit of wind, but no, we're fine.
We're good where we are.
I see somebody there said that they use, Google Photos and Amazon Photos and OneDrive, Microsoft OneDrive Photos. And yes, so do I. But Google Photos is where you want to do all your work. You can have extra copies elsewhere, but
not
Google
a bad
Photos
idea.
is where you want
really
to do all
good
your
idea.
work.
Right.
So, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Yeah, Richard there. I have down at the very bottom there. Yeah.
Okay.
Google. Plus an external storage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't give up on that external storage.
Hey, our photos are important to us, right?
Yeah. Yep. Multiple locations. Absolutely. Okay. Julie, Miramar is still windy. Let's get rid of all these here. No damage that I saw. And wow, look at all these folks. Cool.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Let's get to it then.
Okay. Yeah. And thanks to all our premium members. You make our work possible. We have some special stuff going on for you. The Backstage Pass is something that we do, and it is for our premium members. It's right after this show. It's an online Zoom meeting. You get the link from an email that Chris sent out earlier, or you'll go to our website at geeksontour.com and go to the member login. You'll find it right there. Okay. Here, whoops, I went too far.
So our topic today is Google Photos, my favorite features. But I wanted to I've been thinking about Amazon Photos a lot because ever since Google Photos started charging, it wasn't completely 100% free. I have read lots of stories where people say, well, I'm leaving then. I want to go somewhere else. And Amazon Photos is the best alternative, is the closest in functionality to Google Photos. But no. It does not have my favorite features, and that's what I'll show you today.
All right.
I am designated by Google as a Google Photos product expert.
Platinum level, by the way.
Platinum level. And I wrote the book on Google Photos. You can get it on Amazon or at our website, learngoogle.photos.com. And I still don't think I'm going to do that video because it's already.
As you wish.
Okay.
Darn, I keep.
So why? You still missed one.
I did.
Or no, you didn't. I did. I missed one. Next one. So if you bought the book, or if you're going to buy the book, I mean, it's nice to have a real book to hold in your hands and write on and stuff, isn't it? So buying the book is a good thing, but it was published in June of 2021. What do you think? Have a few things changed? Yes. And I am not going to write a new book every year. I am not going to make you buy a new book every year. So I have a companion web page, lgpbook.online. And on that web page, for each and every chapter, there are further extra material, there are videos, and there are updates. Whenever I find something has changed or been updated, I put it on that page on the website. So you get the book and then you pay attention to the web page. So Why do I want to compare to Amazon Photos? It's because some people are leaving Google Photos and switching to Amazon. Not me, because my favorite features are missing. Now, there are a lot of similarities. I mean, as I say, of the choices available to you, I think that Amazon Photos is the closest, is the most similar to Google Photos. Both of them can be one home for your entire lifetime of photos. Both of them have mobile apps for both Android and iOS that will automatically upload photos that you take. Both of them stores your entire library in the cloud, and then you can access it with any connected device. And both of them work on Android, iOS, and web. But people think that Amazon Photos is free. No, 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 no. First of all, you have to be an Amazon Prime member, which is $120 a year. Now, if you are, then unlimited storage for photos is included, but not videos. And I ran out of that 5 gigabytes of video storage right away. So basically, Amazon Photos just stores a copy of my photos, no videos. If you do want to have videos, you still have to pay for more storage. And at that point, their pricing is pretty much the same as Google Photos. $20 a year for 100 gigabytes. And Google gives you 15 gigabytes free to start with, and then it's $20 a year for 100 gigabytes. Same as Amazon. But Google gives you storage saver size. So you can store more photos and videos in the same space on Google than you can on Amazon. So that's my little pitch there. Probably the most important feature of a photo library app is being able to search. Once you get thousands of photos and videos, I have nearly 100,000 in my Google Photos, you want to be able to search. And both of them can search, but Google is better at it. You can search by dates, by content of photo, by location, by text that's on the photo. You can combine searches. You can search for offbeat things and for landmarks. Now that's all for Google. So what I'm going to do a demo here. I'm just going to choose a few. I'm going to do a few searches in Google, and I'm going to do the exact same search in Amazon. I think it would be easiest to do it on the computer. I think you'll be able to see them better there. So here we are at Google Photos, and I'm going to search for a date. July 4, 2018. Because, why is that date special?
What's that date?
July 4, 2018.
Oh, that's our anniversary, isn't it?
And that was our 20th anniversary, for which we went on a liveaboard dive trip to the Cayman Islands. And so these are the pictures from July 4, 2018. And if you look in the book in chapter 5, I think it was, you'll see lots more examples for searching by date. You can search by date range. I'm not going to take the time to do that now. But you can also search by content. So Jim always enjoys it when I search for pictures of beer. And beer happens to turn up in a lot of our photos. So, and then this finds them all. Or how about kayak? We like to do kayaking, so I can search for kayak. And remember, this is Google Photos that I'm in here. And I get lots of stuff for kayak. How about location? I want Sydney, Australia. And I'm just going to put Sydney. And there we see photos from when we visited Sydney. And Tetons. Now, so far, I've only put in one word. Let's try doing a little bit of combining. So I'm looking for, I remember a picture of me in my drill team uniform, and I couldn't find it. I finally found it by searching for white boots. There's the picture I was thinking of, and it found it by focusing on my white boots. Another thing that Google Photos can search for is text that's on the picture. So ProDive. ProDive. And look what I get. I get a photo of the business card. Is that handy or what? So I always take pictures of business cards and put them in my, all right. And then combinations. So instead of just beer, we can search for beer in Belgium. And Google Photos is smart enough to only show me pictures from beer in Belgium, which, by the way, spoiled me forever for beer because the beer in Belgium is so good.
Yes,
all
indeed.
Right. And there's more and more and more, but I need to go over to Amazon Photos and do a couple of these exact same searches. So in Amazon Photos, search is up at the top, and I can type July 4. What did I do? There. July 4, 2018. And I do know these pictures are in here, by the way. I made sure to check that. And look what I get. It appears to be giving me the whole month of July. And this is from 2021. So it read the first, what it appears to me is that it read the first word of my search, and that's as far as it went. It's giving me every picture from July in any year. And beer still worked fine, as I recall. I get plenty of pictures of beer when I search for beer in Amazon Photos. But I cannot type beer in Belgium and get any results. So it doesn't like that. Now, it does it a little bit differently. I mean, I'll show you in a second. And typing something that is text on a photo, like ProDive, will also come up with nothing. So there's lots more, but I want to go on. Hopefully you get the point. Yes, you can search using both of them. Google's better.
Always.
Google's better. So,
no question about it.
The next favorite feature.
All right.
Is albums. Both of them can do albums, but in Google Photos, albums can be more than just a collection of pictures. You can add text and you can add maps. Let me just show you one of that. I'm going to show you the album, as much as we got from our Central America trip. So the album is January Central America trip. And it starts off by having put in photos. Some of you have already seen this probably because I shared the link to the album and then you got to see the pictures as we put it in. But I need more than pictures here. I need some words. Notice that I was able to put we booked a trip through blah, blah, blah. The words in here. Now, how did I do that? You do that by clicking on the 3-dot menu at the top and edit album. Then you get these extra options up here, text or map. If I just click on the TT, I now have I call it a text block. So a text block can be interspersed amongst the pictures. And you can also add a map, which I did down here. Yeah. So that map shows the first leg of our trip. And then more pictures, and then another text block, etc., etc. Amazon Photos does not have that. It just has the pictures. And something I hope everybody realizes here, if you make an album using Google Photos, that exists inside of the Google Photos. You won't be able to see that in Amazon, and vice versa. If you make an album in Amazon, you won't be able to see it or transfer it. So albums are built on the platform that you're in. Any questions?
Have you tried putting the year first, then the month?
In Amazon Photos? No, I haven't. Yeah, so there might be, which is another point. The big reason to stick with one program is because there's lots to learn in both of these. So whichever one you pick, learn it. Stick with the one and learn it.
Look, Debbie had the same white.
Go drill team.
You betcha. My sister did too. Yeah.
White boots.
Can you search in Google on phone just like the web?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, I just figured it would be easier to see on the bigger screen, but you can search exactly the same.
Okay. Do you see loss of quality when you store in compressed format in Google?
Nothing that our eyes can see.
And you can print these things easily up to 8x10. Well, depending on your resolution.
Yeah.
Original. But yeah.
And I do have a whole video on that, understanding quality. I say that no, you don't see any distinction as long as your camera did not take a picture greater than 16 megapixels. I mean, if you have a camera that takes 40 megapixels, Google will first bring that down to 16. And that is a little loss of quality. But no cell phone to date takes pictures greater than 16 megapixels. So the only thing that Google does to those is just packs them a little bit tighter so they fit in a smaller space. And no, you do not see any discernible change in quality.
Now, if you are a professional photographer, you still want to keep, you're probably shooting in RAW anyway, if you're professional, and you store those off separately,
which is why I do like having my photos get backed up to Amazon and get backed up to OneDrive, because they have them at original quality. So if I should ever mess up with my Google Photos, I know I have my original in one of the other.
Okay, how about Google Lens?
Oh, Google Lens is so cool. Now this I have to show you on the mobile device, so I will do that. I'm going to use the Android, although this works exactly the same on iOS or Android.
Okay.
And Google Lens obviously is a feature by Google. So, and I have some samples already queued up. I just need to find them. Lens examples. Okay. So what is Google Lens? Google Lens is this button right here that will investigate the photo and tell you what it is. So this is a photo that we took in Arches National Park, Utah. And I think that's called the Delicate Arch, but I'm not sure. I tap on Lens, it investigates the photo, and it tells me that, silly, is the Corona Arch.
I told you so.
Oh, excuse me. All right. Next sample. Where is this? I just tap the Google Lens, and now it says, well, there's several things on here. It thinks maybe we want to buy a safety vest. No, I want to know what that bridge is back there. And it says that is the Rialto Bridge. And if I click through, it would tell you that that is in Venice, Italy. Okay. More examples. What kind of bird is this?
Noisy. I remember those birds. They were very, very noisy.
Very noisy. That is an Egyptian goose. And we would never have known that but for Google Lens. And what else do I got here? How about a flower? What kind of flower is that?
Pretty.
Just tap Google Lens. It tells me that's a purple passion flower. But there's more. See this sign here? This was a sign at a Civil War park where we were at in Mississippi somewhere. And notice there's a QR code here. I can make that a little bit bigger. And if I do Google Lens, it will read that QR code and take me to wherever it was. So it's a video. You were supposed to scan that code while you're standing there in the park in the hot sun and watch this video about where you are. But no, all you have to do is take a picture of it, and you can watch it anytime by using Google Photos and Google Lens. And there's just a couple more things. Where'd it go? And one of them is a business card. Once again, if I do Google Lens on a business card, I can even tap where her phone number is, and Google Photos will make a phone call based on the phone number that it sees in a picture. It will also, if you want, it will add that as a contact to your contacts, but I don't want. I just want to dial the number once in a while. Notice this one. This is Chinese characters. I want to know what those Chinese characters say. Google Lens, tap Translate, and there we go. It takes the Chinese characters and translates into English. And the last example is, here's a whole newspaper clipping. Let's say that I would like the text of that newspaper clipping to put into a blog post or something like that. Google Lens, text, select all, copy text. Now I can go anywhere else. I'm just going to go to an email because it's easy, and paste. There is the complete text of that newspaper article in editable form. I think that is just amazing. And that is Google Lens, which is just built in to Google Photos. And obviously, or at least I hope it's obvious, does not exist in Amazon Photos.
All right. If you delete a photo from phone or computer, does it get deleted on Amazon Photos?
From phone. I don't know. Good question. I don't think so, because Amazon, yeah, I don't think so. I think you can delete from the phone because you can access Amazon Photos from any connected device. So, yeah, I don't think so, but I'll have to verify.
How do you back up your photos to all options? Google, OneDrive, Amazon.
All you need is the app. So I have the Google Photos app installed on both my iPhone and my Android. I have the Amazon Photos app installed, and I have the OneDrive app installed. And I've turned on the setting. All three of them have a setting for backup photos to their respective cloud services.
Okay. Yeah, Sheila says text in the article. Lens really does a great job. It's so cool. Do you have to download Google Lens? Hi, Chloe.
Hi. Good question, because there was a time when you did, but I don't think, because Google Lens is also a or is it even not a standalone app anymore? It's part of the Google Search app. So I don't think so, Chloe, but another one I would have to verify.
Some stumping the geeks going on here. Pretty cool.
Well, let's see if I have Lens. I don't think Lens is a separate app anymore.
It might be.
Yeah, oh, no, it is. It is. So maybe you do. Okay.
But it's included certainly on a lot of Android phones. Okay.
Okay.
Back to slides.
Back to slides.
All right. So navigate to a photo's location.
Now, here's another one that I have often said is my very favorite feature. If you are a traveler, you use this a lot.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. Even if you're not a traveler, there are amazing things that you can do with this. Any place you ever want to go, just take a picture the first time you go there, and you'll be able to get back. And here we have another pre-recorded segment.
Is that this one?
This is Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and I want to show you one of my very favorite features of Google Photos. I call it Navigate to a Photo. Step 1, you open up Google Photos and find the photo of the location where you want to go. We travel a lot by RV, and whenever we park at a campground, I take a picture of our site. Then, when we leave to go for grocery shopping or out to dinner, I know I can get back there. This is how you do it. You just swipe up on the picture, and you should see a map. If you don't see a map, that means that your camera was not set to record the location when you took the picture. And we have another video on that. Now you see I can just open in Maps. I can choose Google Maps or any other, and it's showing me on the map where this is. Now I can get directions and start. And I know that I'll be able to get back to that exact same site. Navigate to a photo using Google Photos. All right, we have some questions, huh?
Yeah, let's take a look here. Where'd we go? Oh, Chloe says she has a friend who can't find Lens, I guess. Yeah. So
I sure thought it showed up in Google Photos, even if you don't have it. But if you get an error, then yeah, just go to your App Store or your Play Store and install the separate app called Lens.
How do I correct the dates in my thousands of old scanned photos?
Okay, let me show you.
Okay.
In Google Photos, there's actually, I have a whole other video on that. Let me find that one for you instead, because there's a few different things to know. So I'm going to geeksontour.com and tutorials.
I don't think the sound will go.
And all of it. No, I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to all videos and search for dates. So here's all our 727 different tutorial videos. If I do a Control F for find, then type in dates. I don't know if I need dates and it will automatically highlight. Where's the first one? Change photo dates. The GP means Google Photos. So change photo dates. And if you play that video, it shows you how to either change the date of one, change the date of a few, or using Windows to change the date is better yet. If your photos are on your computer, you change the date with Windows, then upload, and that date is part of the metadata. In Google Photos, changing the date only changes it for Google Photos.
Okay, dates and thousands. Got it. Lens on the Android, absolutely. Update location in Google Photos. Does it update the metadata of the photo?
No. And that is a drag, but I use Google Photos for everything. So the fact that it's done in Google Photos is good enough for me. But it is one of my feature requests is for changing the date and or the location to get written to the metadata of the photo. That would be nice.
Yeah, great feature to find your car in a huge parking lot. We've
Absolutely.
used that. Okay. Found lens in the phone's widgets. Huh. Okay. And thank you. You are ready to go.
I think there's one more?
There might be.
No, there's still two more. There's still two more favorite features. I have a lot of favorite features.
You sure do. Okay, navigate to a location. We just did that.
Did that one.
All right, tap open in Maps. Integration with other apps and devices.
Yeah, this just something that dawned on me is if I would leave Google Photos, it would be much more difficult to use my photos in every other part of my life. I mean, Gmail can use my Google Photos. Blogger, which I use for my blog all the time, can use my Google Photos. WordPress can use my Google Photos. And I don't know if any of these will access Amazon Photos. I haven't seen it. So integration with the whole Google world is a good feature of
live and motion photos. That's chapter 7 in the book, right?
Yeah. And this is another favorite feature. We did a whole show, button show number 223. We did a whole show on live and motion photos. But the way cool thing is that if you take a motion photo, you can decide what particular frame to capture as a still photo.
And we're ready for this one?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Hi, this is Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and this tutorial video is about using Google Photos to capture the best frame from a motion photo. First, let me explain what I mean by a motion photo. On iPhones, it's in the camera, and it's called live. It's that gold bullseye up there. When it's lined through, it's off. When it's there, it's on, and it means when you just take a photo, it captures 3 seconds of video also. On a Samsung phone, an Android Samsung, it's in the camera, and it's under settings, and it is called motion photos. If it's off, you're just taking a single frame, but if it's on, you are taking a couple seconds of video along with a single shot frame. So in Photos, first I want to bring up a motion photo and show you what I mean. So see this photo? In Google Photos, you can be viewing the motion in the photo, or you can be viewing just the still shot. So this is our friend Tom singing and playing guitar, and the still shot that it captures looks pretty dull. But if I play it, I love the spot where he leans back and opens his mouth, and that's the one that I want for the still shot. So here's what you do. You either tap the three-dot menu or you just swipe up on the photo, and you will see the shots in this photo. Just tap on that little film strip, and now you can drag the marker over until the shot you want is the one that's highlighted. I love that. Then save copy. Now I have just a single shot of the scene that I want. One more example. This one I took very specifically, asking Jim to blink a lot, and you can see then that the single shot that it captured has his eyes closed. But I can just swipe up, tap on the little film strip, drag over until I get a spot where his eyes are open. There. And that is how you make a single frame picture out of a motion photo or live photo using Google Photos. I want to show a little demo on the Android phone here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go into Google Photos, and just before the show today, I took a motion photo using my Samsung of my little Android wind-up guy. So see how there's motion in there? With Google Photos, you can play the motion or not with this little button up here. If you see the play button, it means there is motion in this photo, and you can tap it and you see the motion. Okay. Since I took that picture just now, it did get uploaded to Google Photos. It also got uploaded to Amazon Photos. So I want to show you in Amazon Photos, there is that picture. There is no motion. So it does not support motion photos from Android. It does support live photos from from Apple. The iPhone live photos, you do see the motion in Amazon Photos, but the Android motion photos, no, not there.
All right.
And I think I'm done.
Okay. Well, did you learn something? I know I did. So we have some questions for you. True or false? Amazon Photos is free and unlimited.
False, false, false. I mean, if you're getting Amazon Prime anyway, it feels free. But think about it. There might be some day when you don't want the Amazon Prime other features. You're still going to have to be paying that $120 to keep
pretty
your
steep.
photos.
Yeah. Google Photos Map View is available on A, computer, B, mobile device, or C, both.
The map view is only on mobile.
Okay, true or false? Any albums created in Google Photos can be viewed by Amazon Photos.
False. Albums are only viewable by the system that created them.
Right. Okay, true or false? Google Lens can scan a QR code from a photo.
True, true, true. I use that all the time now. No reason to scan something while you're standing in front of it. Take a picture.
A shot, yeah. To see the map attached to a photo, open the photo in Google Photos and then
just swipe up. The map will be there. If it's not there, then your camera didn't capture the location.
And you need to know where that.
And there's another video, 641, I think.
Yeah, 641.
641 right. Shows you how to turn on that setting for your camera.
Okay, true or false? Google Photos are accessible by any other Google service.
every other one that I can think of, yes. So you're in that whole ecosystem of Google.
All right. True or false, Amazon Photos can view motion photos taken by Android?
False. Unless there's something I don't know, which could be, because I am not an expert in Amazon Photos.
Okay.
Just Google.
I want to remind our premium members only, the Backstage Pass. It's right after this. It's an online meeting using Zoom. You should get the link from an email that Chris sent out earlier, or you can go to our website, geeksontour.com, member login, and find it there. Okay. Let's see. Sign up for our newsletters, geeksontour.com. Members get the 2021, 2022, 2023 edition of our book now at geeksontour.com/ebooks. Become a premium member, subscribe to the channel, do all the things that you should be doing anyhow, and let us know how that's working for you. The book, it's a nice gift. You can get the book at learngoogle.photos.com and check out that video sometime.
I see a comment by Debbie Diver that I want to answer.
You do. Camera settings?
Yeah.
I was looking at my camera settings on my Droid and don't see motion photos as an option to switch on. However, I see Google Lens as an option to switch on and off. That's
okay. Yeah, I just want to point out the video I made about motion photos on the Android said that you had to go into the camera settings. But if you have a recent Samsung, it's this little button right here that means motion off or motion on. So if that is orange, if it says motion on, then when you snap the shutter, you're getting a few seconds of video as well.
Richard says he leaves his on all the time.
I tend to. I used to say no because they do take up a lot more space, but you just never know when you might want that. So
yeah. So Debbie says, glad mine's set to on. Didn't deliberately do that when she got the phone. Yeah. Yeah. Action photos, turned it on. Yep. Thanks for watching, Chloe. Okay. And Vicky, good to see you. And Jerry. All right. Well, I guess we can wrap this up. Where are we anyway? What's the webpage that lists all of our YouTube shows, Chris?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is YouTube show.
And the page that lists all of our recent newsletters.
geeksontour.com. The menu item is blogs and news, and you'll find newsletter under there, all 14 years worth of monthly newsletters.
There's a lot of good stuff there. And why do people pay nearly $60 a year to join Geeks on Tour?
Well, they get to ask us questions on the Q&A page. They get the Backstage Pass, where we talk about anything else they want to talk about, access to hundreds of the Show Me videos, written notes for these button shows. I personally think those are really valuable. I look at them a lot. And some people pay us for the membership just to say thank you for all the stuff we do for free. And we thank you.
Okay. What are we doing now? Become a member. Join now at geeksontour.com. Do that. Backstage Pass coming up in just a few minutes as soon as we get our refreshments. Okay, that's it for us, I think. I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we are
Geeks on Tour.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Please be safe. Get vaccinated. Wash your hands. Do all the good stuff you want to do. And we'll see you next time.
Stay home under the covers. Oh, that is just